How's it going, guys? In today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys how you can stream your PlayStation 5 gameplay to TikTok without using a capture card. Now, the method I'm about to show you guys will require a PC or Mac computer so that we can first download the remote play software from PlayStation. I put a link to this in the description below, but once you get to this page, you're gonna wanna scroll all the way to almost the very bottom, and you're gonna see this section where you're gonna see the devices that are compatible with PlayStation Remote Play. We're gonna wanna look at the right column here where you see Windows, PC, and Mac. Here you'll be able to find the Windows, PC, Mac download button. Go ahead and select that. Then select the download button here. You're gonna choose your operating system. Since we're doing this tutorial on a Mac, we're gonna go ahead and select the Mac option. And then from here, you're gonna wanna download the remote play. But to do that, you're gonna need to agree to the SIE application end user agreement and privacy policy. Once you check that off, you'll be able to select the download option, which will put it into your downloads folder. And whether or not you're on Windows or Mac, just go ahead through the installation process. Nothing special that you need to configure here. And next we can go ahead and launch the remote play application. We're going to want to sign into our PlayStation Network account, select confirm and continue. And before we choose to connect our PlayStation 5 console, there's a couple settings on the PlayStation 5 we need to make sure are set before we can bring up our remote play session. So the first thing we're going to want to do is go to our settings, go to system, select remote play, and then make sure that remote play is enabled. Now, if we stay within the system settings, go to power saving, then features available in rest mode, we're going to want to stay connected to the internet to enable turning on the PlayStation 5 via the home network. Once you've set those two settings like I have, go ahead and put your PlayStation 5 into rest mode. I'm gonna go ahead and plug in my PS5 controller into the Mac via the USB-C cable. And when you need to pair the controller back with your PS5, all you need to do is plug that USB-C cable into the PS5 and it will repair. Next, we can head back over to the remote play application on our computer and we can select the PS5 option. Select OK because we just went through those settings, and it shouldn't take much time until you see your gameplay popped up on your screen. If you are running into network issues, I would use an Ethernet cable between your PlayStation 5 and your router so that you have a hardwired connection. Using Wi-Fi isn't the best way to go as your connection can fluctuate and be very unstable at times. The next thing we're going to want to download is TikTok Live Studio. I also left a link to this in the description below. It's a very easy to use software, which you'll see in just a moment, and is available for Windows computers as well as Mac computers, which has just been recently released. So all you're going to need to do on this page is select the big download button. For me, it's going to give me the Apple Silicon or the Intel option. Since I'm using an M1 computer, I'm going to select the Apple Silicon. Once you have the application installed, the first thing you're going to need to do is log in with your TikTok account, or even use your camera app to scan the QR code, which will open the TikTok app on your mobile phone so that you can authenticate that way. Once you're in, you can go ahead with the normal setup and you'll see that TikTok Live Studio is going to put your computer and your network connection through a series of tests to see how good it is for streaming. This will tell you if you are capable of going live or not. As you can see, my network and hardware are suitable for streaming, so we can move over to the next step. And this is where you can tell TikTok Live Studio how you want your stream to look. When we do end up selecting some of the sources there, on Mac, you're going to need to give TikTok Live Studio the permissions to actually use the camera, microphone, and screen record windows. Once you're all good there, you should have a TikTok Live Studio project initially set up, but as you guys see in my case, everything is blank and clear because I want to actually show you how you can set this up within the application itself. So starting within our scenes, we're going to double check that we're in portrait mode. And then from there, you're going to see one of the blank scenes below that. Let's go ahead and add a new source by selecting this option right here. From here, we're going to select the camera option and we're going to select add, and then we're just going to want to choose our webcam. I'm just going to be using the camera that is on my laptop, so the Facecam HD camera. There we are, you can see me, and let's go ahead and add the source. Live Studio put our camera source exactly where we needed it. Not too shabby at all, Live Studio. But next we need to add our gameplay source. So to do that, we're going to select the plus button to add another source, and this time it's going to be a window capture. Go ahead and select add, and then from here we're going to select the drop down, scroll down until we find our PlayStation Remote Play application. Select that. We don't want the cursor in there. go ahead and select add source, select OK. And as you guys can see, our gameplay is here. We're gonna wanna blow this up though so that people can see it a little bit easier, so it's not so small and shrunken in. But now what comes with streaming in this vertical format is that there's a lot of information that doesn't get captured that we can see when we're playing, but our viewers don't see it, and they should be able to see that too. So what we're gonna do is take this gameplay source, we're going to copy and then just select Control V. So that way we have another copy of the exact same gameplay source. Let's make this a little bit smaller. Now, if we want to crop in on certain elements of this copy of our gameplay source, we're going to want to select and hold the Alt key or the Option key and then drag in the corners or sides of our gameplay picture. Once I'm happy with it, I can go ahead and rearrange it somewhere. Maybe I can put it up here, blow it up a little bit more. This is a very important thing to incorporate so that your viewers know what your health bar is, where you are on the map, what weapons are in your inventory. Another great source that we can add to our TikTok Live Studio project is if we go to add another source, we can go to our widgets and add an alert. So if we select that, select add. In these settings, you can configure how long the alert will show for. You can modify the text that's shown. If an alert sound plays, they have a couple default ones that you can use, but you can also add your own custom alert sounds. Just like the settings for the follower alerts above, you can do the same for the gift alert, as well as the super fan alert down here. Now, if we switch over to the appearance tab, this is where you can modify the layout of the alert, the background color, the opacity, the colors of the text, as well as the image that is shown. And you'll see the formats that you can use. Ideally, you don't want to stick with the basic looking image that TikTok gives you. Go on sites like Giphy to get some cool GIF animations that you can upload here. So that way, when someone gifts or follows you, that'll pop up on screen and look a lot cooler than this, which you can preview here by selecting that preview button. Once you're all happy with your source, you can go ahead and select add source, and you'll see this gray box pop up on screen. Now, don't worry, it's not gonna look like this when you're live. This is just to show you how much space the alert will take up when it actually fires. All right, so one more thing we're gonna wanna check before we go live is our audio settings. So to access that, we're gonna go to the bottom left-hand side here and find the audio mixer. We're gonna select that, and this is where we can see what audio sources are coming through to our stream. So the microphone, I'm cool to have that at 100% like it is right now. To make sure our gameplay audio is coming through, we can just simply unmute our speakers. And if audio is not coming through, make sure that your remote play session is not muted. And actually, one thing I almost missed was the primary microphone is my MacBook speakers, and I don't want that. So we're gonna go to our settings, and we're actually gonna choose our Wave microphone that is plugged into our computer right here. For noise suppression, it's good to just keep that at medium, but if you have a lot of fans going or air conditioner unit blaring, then you might want to change it to high. Let's go ahead and save that. I might want to decrease the audio on the gameplay just a smidge because I definitely don't want that to go over my voice. One other thing you guys can check is if you go over here to the mobile preview option, this will allow you to see what your stream will look like with all of the different TikTok elements over top of it while you're live. All right, we are set to go. Let's close out of that and let's go ahead and select the big red go live button. When you choose that, give your stream a title. You can add a topic, so you can say that it's gaming. Double check your settings to make sure that they look good. And from here, you can select the go live button and that will push your stream to TikTok. While you're live, on the right side of TikTok Live Studio, you can view your stream metrics as well as your live chat so that you can interact and respond to your viewers. Once you're all finished with your stream, go back into Live Studio and select the end stream option, and that will finish off your stream. Now, for those of you that were unable to successfully push your stream to TikTok, it might be because you are not approved to stream on TikTok. So the requirements are typically that you need to be 16 years of age or older and have 1,000 followers on your page. But another way is to apply for access to go live. Linked also in the description below is this TikTok Live Access form, where if you fill this out, you'll need to give some information about your other social media pages. Ideally, you'll want to have some level of traction on the one you share, but once you submit the form, it can take anywhere from a couple hours to a few days to get approved. From there, I'd say the next thing you can do is graduate from TikTok Live Studio and get yourself into an application such as Streamlabs Desktop or even OBS Studio. It does take a little bit of a learning curve, but that's why I've made these two videos here. TikTok Live Studio is definitely a great starter app, but you can't do things such as multi-streaming like you can in these. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.